And welcome back again. Time for Cinema Corner with producer Charles right there. And you got a bunch on tap for us here.
We have a lot to cover today.
Jump right in.
Let's start with The Roses.
Okay.
So this is an R-rated satirical black comedy.
Okay.
So a tinderbox of competition and resentments underneath the facade of a picture-perfect couple is ignited when the husband's professional dreams come crashing down. So this is loosely based on the 1981 novel The War of the Roses and a remake of the 1989 film The War of the Roses.
That was a good film. I've seen that one.
I did try to find it to watch this weekend, but it is unfortunately not streaming anywhere, sadly, and I didn't feel like dropping some money on it. I know, but you know, gotta save a little money.
All right.
So this reboot stars Benedict Cumberbatch and Olivia Colman. Two powerhouses.
Heavyweights, yeah.
Yes, and honestly, they're amazing. Their chemistry on that in the film, it just is so fun watching them go back and forth with their quips. You know, you would really think that they're a married couple that hates each other. Just top notch, and you could tell that within the film that they were having fun in these roles as well. You know, some other familiar faces you're going to notice too: Andy Samberg, Kate McKinnon, Allison Janney. And here's my thing. When Andy Samberg plays the most grounded character, you know that everybody else is just cuckoo crazy.
Yeah. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
It's like, wow, Andy Samberg's really calm in this one compared to everybody else.
All right.
It's a really good one. Now, I will preface this by saying some people might not enjoy it in the one way, because there's a reason it's not called, like the other ones, The War of the Roses.
Right.
The war aspect of this film is a small portion towards the end. It's the latter 33% of the film, we'll say. The rest of it is more of that, from first meet to that slow build-up of how it all fell apart.
Okay. All right.
And honestly, I liked it because you kind of go back and forth. You're like, oh, I can see it from this character's point of view. I can see, and then you go back. You're like, oh no, wait, I can see it. You know, you go back and forth so much. And you keep getting frustrated with them.
Yeah.
The biggest thing to take away from this is communication is important in any relationship. Okay. It is very important because...
Sounds like it was well written.
I would believe so.
Well done.
Yeah, I mean, when you feel that way towards characters in a movie, you know that the characters are very well put together.
Yeah, okay.
So, a good date night movie. There's a lot of vulgarity in it, though. So definitely, I mean, it's R-rated, but don't take your children whatsoever.
Okay.
You know?
You heard it here.
Yes. So overall, worldwide so far, it's made $17.2 million. Not sure the budget, but it's a good start.
Okay.
I will say the box office is a little slow right now so far, but pretty good numbers so far.
I'll be anxious to see it.
It's a good one. I recommend it. Now, moving on, we're going to go to an R-rated crime thriller. This is Caught Stealing.
Okay.
So burned-out ex-baseball player Hank Thompson is forced to navigate a treacherous underworld he never imagined after he unexpectedly finds himself embroiled in a dangerous struggle for survival amidst the criminal underbelly of 90s NYC.
Okay.
So taking on our burnt-out ex-baseball player is Austin Butler.
Okay.
And he has been on the rise lately, and I think he's an amazing actor, and his career is only going to go higher from here. So this is adapted from the book of the same name written by Charlie Huston, and he actually wrote the screenplay for this.
Oh, okay.
So he adapted it himself.
Author, screenplay, okay.
Now starring alongside Austin Butler, we have Regina King and Zoe Kravitz. Two really great actresses. And you have some other familiar faces I'll let you see when you watch it.
Okay.
So this has actually kind of been in the works since 2013, surprisingly. And it had a different, group attached to it, and it kind of, fell to the wayside, and then finally came back, and that's when Charlie Huston finally wrote the screenplay for it.
Okay.
So I will say, going into it, I was kind of like, man, I don't really care about watching this film. I'd seen the trailer a couple times, and I was kind of like, meh. But I was pleasantly surprised. It was actually better than I thought it was going to be. It felt maybe a smidge too long, but it didn't hurt it though.
Okay.
But I was just kind of like, let's wrap this up. I'm ready for it to be done. But it didn't hurt it by any means.
It's good to know that although you may not have been anxious to see it, you're able to judge it separately.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
And like I said, Austin Butler, he shines like always.
Yeah.
His career is just on the up and up, and he's going to be a big star. I mean, he's already a big star, but only going to go
Yes.
higher.
All right.
Now, one actor that I was not expecting, he's in the trailer, but I didn't realize it was him until watching it. Bad Bunny is in this again.
Really?
And he was in Happy Gilmore 2 this year. So it's kind of, I feel like he has some good chops as an actor, in all honesty. So I'll be curious to see if he continues to go into acting along with his music career. Now, there are quite a few unexpected twists and turns throughout this, which I really liked. It keeps you on the edge of your seat. You're not going to know exactly everything that's going on throughout it, which is a nice thing in any film, not being able to predict everything that's going to happen.
That's that good suspense film.
Yes.
Very good.
So if you're looking for another good date night movie, I always recommend Caught Stealing. This one's made $14.9 million worldwide so far on a budget of 40. So, it's about equal to how this box office was this weekend.
Yes.
So everybody getting out and enjoying the
It
last
wasn't
days.
unexpected or anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now moving on, let's go to an unrated superhero black comedy.
Okay.
This is The Toxic Avenger. So this is a reboot of the Toxic Avenger film series and a remake of the 1984 film. So it follows downtrodden janitor Winston, played by Peter Dinklage, after a horrible toxic accident transforms him into the Toxic Avenger. So along with Dinklage, we have Jacob Tremblay, Taylor Page, Kevin Bacon, Elijah Wood. I feel like I haven't seen Elijah Wood in something in a long time. I feel like I was kind of surprised when he popped up. And then it made me question, I was like, when was this shot? But this actually premiered at the Fantastic Fest back in September of 2023. So, it was shot probably in 21, 22.
Yeah.
The original film's producers actually returned for this too. So they produced this as well.
Oh.
Yep. So it's kind of fun seeing Peter Dinklage take on this more insecure, reserved character, because usually he's more of a grumpy, in-your-face character, I feel like, in most of the things he plays.
Yeah.
Most of
I
the
can
time.
see what you mean.
So it was kind of interesting to see him take on a different one. My one complaint with this, though, is someone else actually wore the full body and makeup of the Toxic Avenger. I would have liked if Dinklage actually did that himself, because he just dubbed the lines later on in post-production.
Oh.
To me, when the Toxic Avenger is in 75% of the film compared to Dinklage before he becomes the Toxic Avenger, then, that's just how I felt. Like, why didn't you just take it on yourself?
Probably the same reason that James Earl Jones didn't put on the Darth Vader outfit.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's probably true.
Yeah.
But, it's still good. I did watch the original 1984 film this weekend. Mm-hmm. If you haven't seen the 1984 film, I will say it is a product of its time. It's got some language in there that we would not fly, period, today.
Yeah.
But it is definitely very cartoonish, zany, out of this world, definitely 80s, very 80s. So this new one sticks with that cartoonish, silly, but in a good way, it's kind of slapstick-esque.
Okay.
So it's a bit gory, because they did use practical effects in that, so,
Yeah.
you're not a big gore person. It's not like horrible, though, but you might not like it because of that. So a fun fact, though, is that for the last bit of their marketing budget, Cineverse and Bloody Disgusting, which are the two production companies, they actually joined forces with a nonprofit called Undo Medical Debt and paid off $5 million in medical debts with that last bit of the budget.
Wow.
And then for every $1 million the film earns at the box office, $1 million goes towards them as well. So something
There's a great reason to go see it.
Exactly. Something you just really don't see. I mean, people just push marketing so hard.
Yeah.
And you don't see people, for films especially, at least in the pre-production version of before the movie goes live,
Right.
donate that money. They might do it like with the profits, but
True.
with their pre-budgeted info.
Had a little left over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that.
So far worldwide it's made $2.2 million, so an extra $2 million has gone to the Undo Medical Debt.
Very nice.
So now, how it takes a lot for me not to like a film, but I've got one for you today.
You do?
I do.
Why?
So this is called Run, and I had seen nothing about this film whatsoever, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go watch it, just cause, why not? When after work. So basically, this is a woman leaves her fiance at the altar. And then she goes on this little weekend girls trip to a cabin in the woods. Well, then aliens invade. This movie was horrible. Probably the top contender for worst film this year. The acting was terrible. The CGI was terrible. The scripting altogether was terrible. And then it just leaves the film on a very weird spot. Like, it doesn't feel finished. And for a film called Run, there's hardly any running.
So, how do you truly feel about it?
I literally gave this a half star out of 5.
Half star?
A half star out of 5.
I don't recall you giving a half star before.
It's very, very, very rare.
Yeah.
So
you really didn't like this.
No, I honestly was kind of like.
Was it the popcorn or was it the movie?
It was the movie. No, I didn't.
Okay.
I was kind of like, oh.
So
This is...
run in the other direction.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Run away from this film.
That's, Charles is hard on some of these.
I'm not too hard, I feel like.
Their whole career. Oh, never mind.
Okay, but moving on, I've got 2 coming out this week for you.
Okay.
So first up, we're going to talk about Twinless. This is an R-rated black comedy psychological drama. So it follows 2 young men who strike up an unlikely friendship after meeting in a support group for twinless twins. So this stars Dylan O'Brien, James Sweeney, Aisling Franciosi, and Lauren Graham. Great cast.
Okay.
So James Sweeney actually wrote, directed, and produced this film as well. So this is the second film that he's wrote, directed, produced, and acted in.
Yeah.
And so he's very talented. Both films he's received high praise for. Twinless is super good. It premiered back in January of this year at the Sundance Film Festival and actually won the audience award.
Oh.
So
Okay.
if an audience award gets you, it's probably pretty good.
Yeah, at Sundance, I would say
Yeah.
so.
I mean, the cast is top notch. Dylan O'Brien's a great actor. He has this great take on such a wide range of emotions, It definitely hits on the effects of grief and how everyone copes differently. So, it's not like, yes, it is comedic, but it's also a bit sad throughout it too.
Okay.
So, it hits theaters this weekend. And another one that hits theaters this weekend, this one's called The Threesome. So this is an R-rated rom-com. Because who doesn't love a good rom-com?
Sounds good to me.
So this follows a young man when his crush leads him to an unexpected threesome that makes him think that his ultimate fantasy has come true. But what happens is all 3 of them are left with the sobering real-life consequences of those actions.
Oh.
So this stars Zoe Dutch, Jonah Howard King, and Ruby Cruz. And I love Zoe Crutch.
Until she's into it.
Sorry, Zoe Dutch. She is.
You guys gonna ask me to watch you
I've
do
known
it?
her since she was on Disney Channel a few times when I was younger.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of fun to see how her career's gone from there. All 3 of their chemistry is just so top notch. The thing about this movie is it has a lot of messy characters, which who doesn't love a messy character? But also it feels more real. It borders on that realism of life, Everybody's actions have consequences, whether you think about them or not. So it's a very enjoyable one. It's kind of more of a slow-paced one, I would almost say,
Yeah.
but not in a bad way. Like it doesn't feel rushed. It doesn't feel like it's bouncing all over the place with the story. It's really good. The comedy comes more from the characters themselves and not from like how some comedies, in your face, here's the joke.
Yeah.
It's not constantly happening. It's not like The Naked Gun where there's visual and verbal jokes constantly
Not
being thrown
in
at
your
you.
face.
Yes.
A little more cerebral.
Yeah. So, I mean, Twinless and The Threesome that come out this weekend, I highly recommend both of them. They would be good date night ones, I'd say.
Okay, that's going to be in theatrical release?
Yes, this week. So then also this weekend coming out alongside those 2, we have The Conjuring Last Rites.
Oh,
So,
I've seen some press on that.
I have not watched any of the Conjuring films, so I'll probably go watch this one just because, but I decided not to go back and try to watch all of the other ones. So then also we have Splitsville with Dakota Johnson.
Oh.
So then we've got quite a bit coming to streaming this week too.
Get out.
So today on Disney Plus, the live-action Lilo and Stitch hits.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So if you didn't get to watch it in theaters and the kids have been looking forward to it, now's the time. Then also on Prime Video today, A Working Man with Jason Statham.
Yes.
So if you're looking for a good action one. And then this Friday, we have Friendship with Tim Robinson and Paul Rudd hitting HBO Max.
Okay.
And then Spike Lee's newest film, Highest to Lowest, hits Apple TV on Friday. And then for Monday of this next week, we have The Wedding Banquet on Paramount Plus with Bowen Yang and Lily Gladstone. So a lot of good movies in theaters, and a lot coming to streaming this week. So
It's nice if you like movies.
yeah,
In theaters coming up and streaming. Looks like a good time for movie buffs.
exactly.
All right. This is good.
Yep.
Any more?
Nope, that's what we got this week.
Okay, there you are. Cinema Corner. Producer Charles. Next time. Bye.